and welcome to this final part in our site detection mini-series. This series was voted for by our patrons and YouTube members, so if you want to vote for each month's content, head over to patreon.com/RyanLaley or become a YouTube member. Thank you so much for joining us. In this episode, we're going to wrap things up and set up the code to make the enemy actually react to his bar filling up or depleting. So, for this, we're going to go to the enemy blackboard first of all, and set up some keys here. The first key we're going to have in here is an object, and that's going to be target actor. That'll be the actor that it's going to be chasing after. New key here for vector, and that'll be target location. That'll be the location you want to look at or walk towards. And we're going to have another one, which is going to be a boolean. The boolean is going to be is alert, and this will be when he thinks he's seen you. Okay, and whilst that bar is growing, this alert will be true. Save and close that down. So what's going to happen here is when he is seeing us on a perception update here, what we're going to do is set the alert to true and the target location as well. So we'll go over to here and we're going to get blackboard, and we're going to do set value as vector. That in there, and the key name we'll do make, and type in a name here of target location. The vector will be simply our stimulus location. Now, plug that in. Next, we're going to get another blackboard, and in that blackboard reference, we're going to do set value as boolean. And that's going to be the is alert boolean. So drag out key name, make, and do name it is alert. Make sure you're spelling these exactly the same way you got them spelled in the blackboard, otherwise it won't work. And tick that boolean to be true. Okay, so that's it for there. Next we're going to go down to our scene player and lose player. Down here, put that print string for now. And in here we're going to, on scene player, get the blackboard, and we're going to set the value as object. That in key name, we make key name, and put the name of target actor, with the player character being the object value. Get player character. When he does this, we're going to make him also move a lot faster. So what I'm going to do is get the pawn owner, not the pawn owner, the pawn that this thing is controlling, and change their character movement speed. What I'm going to do here is on the begin play is get the controlled pawn, get controlled, okay, and cast to our enemy class. Just store that as a reference. I promote it to variable. Go back down to our scene player, drag out as enemy, get the character movement component, and then going to set the max walk speed. And I'm going to make him run after you, so that would be 600. That's going to be the speed he's going to be running, so you put whatever you want in that one. So when we call scene player, which is called when we evaluate it to be at 1 or higher, it's going to change the target actor to player character and change their walk speed. Now, for when we lose player though, we're going to go down here, and I'm just going to copy this, paste that here, because I want to clear the target actor, so I'm going to leave that blank. And I'm going to change the walk speed as well, so I'm going to copy that and bring it back down to walking speed. So type in 200. Okay. And finally, we need to turn is alert down as well. So I'm just going to copy that here, paste that down here, and turn that off. So turn alert off. So hit compile there and save that. Next, we need to go tie all these blackboard keys to our behavior tree. The behavior tree will have 3 branches in it. In the behavior tree, we're going to start off with a selector node. And the selector node is going to have then 3 different branches. First branch is going to be a sequence. So drag out sequence. And this sequence is going to be for them just randomly walking about. So roll random. Okay. This is when he hasn't seen us, doesn't think he's seen us, and just walk about in his own day-to-day business. So for this, I'm making him move to a random location. So I'm going to make a new task for this. Go to functions and do receive execute AI. And very easily, I'm just going to go in here and get controlled pawn, get location, and do find random. So not find, it's get random point, navigable radius, and the radius of let's say 1,000. The random location is going to be plugged into a blackboard key, which is our target location. Go to variables, and this would be target location, and we're going to name that one. Not name it. Give it the type of a blackboard key selector. Make sure you tick instance editable. That way you can tie it to whichever key you want it to tie it to. Hit compile and drag that out. Get and then do set value as vector. That allows us to send a vector value to that key. It's fine because that's what the key is. It's a vector key. So drag that into there. And finally, we're going to do a finish execute here and tick success. I tell you what we'll also do on here. We'll also make him walk slower. So we can take the controlled pawn here, cast to enemy. From here, get character movement. Pull this along. Set max walk speed. This will change his walk speed when he does this task. So let's change that task to 200 and then plug that in. Okay, hit compile and save that. Close that down and let's rename it. Find random location for task. And let's go back to our behavior tree and add that to it. So go find location task. Now with target location, you should see it here. If you don't see it here, it's because you didn't tick instance editable. So make sure you go back and tick that. And then back on here, you want to choose the target location key to be the target location that matches up. Then we do a move to. It's a standard one that's already in there. And give that the key, here blackboard key, to target location. That way it'll move to that location. Now we only want to do this patrol if alert is not true. So right click on here, add decorator and choose blackboard. And on the blackboard based condition, you can choose which blackboard you want it to look at and then react accordingly. So the blackboard key I want it to look at is the isAlert key. And I only want to do this if it is not set. So change that to is. If that result changes, we want to change this from none to abort to self. So it will stop doing the random patrol. Okay, just immediately stop. Okay, next we're going to go over here and work another branch. Now this branch is when he turns to look at you. So we're going to do another sequence. And we'll call this one the alert sequence. And this, we don't need to put the blackboard base condition for isAlert true on it, because if this one fails, it'll go immediately to this one, because the selector, it will go down here, fail, go back up, go back down here, this one. But we will want to check whether or not we have an actor set, because if we do have an actor set, we want to be chasing, not looking at them. So right click on there, do add decorator, choose blackboard, and on here choose the target actor. And you only want to do this if the target actor is not set, so change that to is not set. And again, if that is changing, we want to change it to abort itself. Now, all we want to do is make it rotate towards the location that we've set it to. So do rotate to face BB entry. The BB entry is going to be target location. Okay, and the final node we got is simply just him chasing us. So we go to sequence. And here we'll do move to. And we'll change that to target actor. Oh, apologies. It won't appear there yet because you have to go to target actor on the blackboard. Change the key type here from object to actor. Save. There you go. I'll see it there. Excellent. So that will now move towards that location instead. And that's it. That's all we have to do in here. Hit save and close this. So I'm going to go push play on this. And sees me. I'll go up. And the more likely he is to see me. Obviously, I've turned the radius way down. You wouldn't have it this short. Scene player should have triggered. And he should be now chasing me. Oh, he won't because I haven't put nav mesh in. Helps to have, for him to know whereabouts he can go. Put that in there. You can see a nav mesh. Good. Fine. There he goes, he's walking about randomly. But then, if he sees me, he should stop. And you see where he lost interest in me. So I'll get seen by him. Wait for that to go fill up. And now it gives chase. Obviously, you increase the sight radius massively. I've got a small level, so I won't bother in this one. But there you have a sight detection. Make it so its default is set to 0. Hit compile. Oh, we'll make it not visible as well. Make it hit. Okay. So there you go, it's walking about. Actually, let's increase his radius whilst we're here. So to do that, I'm going to go to AI controller, go to its perception, increase the sight radius here to 1000. Actually, I'll do 1500. A loose sight radius to 1800. File. The only thing you have to do is change this range max on normalized to range to match that new distance. So 1500 there. And then on our UI, change that to 100. Yeah. Okay. Let's let him walk about. Oh, you see me straight away. If I go and hide, you see the bar down. Can't see me. And it should disappear completely and he return back to walking. Okay. There he is. So he catches a glimpse of me. Probably. Come on. There you go. So you see me. If I get closer, you see the bar go up quicker. See me, and now it will chase me down. Okay. And there you have it. If you enjoyed this video and this whole entire series, please check out the gold patron reward of getting a hold of these entire project files. So if you want access to the project files, become a gold patron over on patreon.com/RyanLaley. We get access to all my project files that I make in videos. Thank you again to all my patrons and YouTube members for their continued support. It really is amazing, so thank you again so much. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and also make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and I'll see you all next time. Bye everyone.